Hi everyone, and welcome to this video for Unit 1, Lesson 5, George Washington and Benjamin Franklin. As you know, we are going to read an article about their lives and what they did. Before you start reading, this video will give you a little bit of help with the vocabulary. This video has two parts. In the first part of the video, we are going to talk about jobs and workplaces. To understand the lives of George Washington and Benjamin Franklin, we need to understand their jobs. Some of their jobs were very ordinary, but others were quite unusual. This lesson will review 11 words for different jobs. Each slide will have a sentence and a picture for each new vocabulary word. I recommend that you pause the video right now and get a notebook and a pencil. As you listen to the words, write down the words that are new for you. Let's begin. Let's start with an easy one. A person who runs a business is called a business person. Sometimes you may hear other synonyms for this. For example, a businessman or a businesswoman. All of these refer to people who do business as their job. A business person usually works in an office. Sometimes the government sends a person to another country. This special person starts a friendship with another country and makes agreements. We call this person a diplomat. A diplomat works in a foreign country. You probably understand this picture well. A person who grows food is called a farmer. A farmer works on a farm. A person who puts out fires is called a firefighter. Where does a firefighter work? A firefighter works at the fire department. In this slide, you can see a picture of Thomas Edison. He is famous for inventing the light bulb, and in this picture, he seems to be working on a project. A person who makes new technology is called an inventor. To be honest, I'm not completely sure where inventors work, but I think an inventor often works at home. A person who takes care of books is called a librarian. A librarian works in a library. Some people think that a library is a place that sells books, but that's not true. A library is a place that lends books. In other words, they allow you to take the books for free, and you promise to bring them back later. Now, this is a job you probably haven't heard of before. The manager of the mail carriers is called a postmaster. A postmaster works at a post office. A person who is sent by another person to a meeting is called a representative. If they are sent to Congress, we call them a member of Congress. A member is a person who's part of a group. So a member of Congress is a part of the Congress. Do you know where our representatives work? A representative works at the Capitol building. Now, a person who does experiments to learn about biology, physics, or chemistry is called a scientist. A scientist works in a laboratory. A person who fights for the army is called a soldier. And a soldier works on a battlefield. And this is the last job that we need to talk about. A person who writes books, articles, or poems is called a writer. A writer usually works at a desk. So that's the end of our 11 job words. Some of these words were easy and some were pretty hard. Which ones did you write down in your notes? I recommend that you pause the video and take a minute to review and repeat these words to yourself. The next activity is a little bit harder. Okay, I hope you're ready because it's time for a little quiz. The instructions are very simple. Look at the pictures, and for each picture, say the name of the job. And if it helps you, you might want to write the numbers 1 through 6 in your notebook and write down these words as well. Pause the video now and give yourself time to think of these 6 words. Okay, are you ready for the answers? The first man here is a firefighter. The man in number 2 is a writer. Number 3 is a postmaster. Number 4 is a diplomat. Number 5 is a soldier. And number 6 is a farmer. Did you do okay? Now let's move to the second half. The instructions here are the same. Pause the video and say each word out loud. If you want, write the words in your notebook too. Okay, are you ready for the answers? Number 7 is representative. Number 8 is scientist. 9 is inventor. Number 10 is a librarian. Number 11 is business person. So I hope you got a perfect score. In the second part of this video, we are going to study 2 words which are important for this topic. And you will also see these words a lot in your life and other readings and articles, so you should learn to use them in a sentence. Each slide will explain 1 vocabulary word. Let's begin. The first word is elect. To elect means to choose by a vote. It is also very common to see this word in the passive voice. To be elected means to be chosen. For example, we can say, Jerry Brown was elected governor of California. Ten Brandvold was elected mayor of Modesto. Ronald Reagan was elected in 1981. Or Barack Obama was the first black man to be elected president. Can you use the word elect or elected in a sentence of your own? If you want some extra practice, pause the video now and write 2 or 3 sentences using this word. The second useful word in this unit is lead. To lead means to go in front, to show the way, or to make decisions for a group. A leader is a person who leads. For example, a principal is the leader of a school. A coach is the leader of a sports team. A general is the leader of an army. And finally, the Speaker of the House is the leader of the House of Representatives. Can you use the word lead or leader in a sentence of your own? If you want some extra practice, pause the video now and write 2 or 3 sentences using lead or leader. And that's the end of our 2 key words for this unit. Let's move on to some practice. You've made it. This is the last activity of the video, and it's a practice activity. This activity will check your understanding of the vocabulary and your ability to use it in a sentence. Complete each sentence. Use the word lead, leads, led, elect, elects, or elected. You may use these words more than once. Not all of them will be used. So pause the video now. Keep each sentence or complete each sentence by reading it out loud and filling in the blank, or by writing it down in your notebook. Okay, you're back. I hope the activity was easy for you. Here are my answers. Number 1, the American people elect the president. This just means that the American people choose the president. When we use the present tense here, elect, we are saying that this is a custom or the normal way of choosing the president. The past tense could also be possible here with a slightly different meaning. Number 2, the president leads the people. This means that the president is in charge of making decisions for the people. Again, the past tense could also be possible here. Number 3, all the representatives elect the Speaker of the House. So there's hundreds of people in this group, the House of Representatives, and they all choose one person to be the leader, or we call them the Speaker. So all the representatives elect the Speaker. Number 4, the Speaker of the House leads the House of Representatives. Number 5, the President is elected every 4 years. This means that the President serves for a period of 4 years, and then the people choose. They vote to keep him or they vote to change him. And number 6, representatives are elected every 2 years. Again, this means that the representatives serve for a period of 2 years, and then the people vote to keep them or change them. And that's the end of the practice. I hope you did well. If you have questions or concerns, please feel free to write them in our Q&A forum. One of your classmates or I may be able to help explain in more detail there. This is the end of the video. So now you know 13 words that will help you talk about George Washington and Benjamin Franklin. For the next activities in this unit, you'll turn to your textbook. I hope you enjoy your reading and discussion.